Director Atukunda Rogers. Could you tell us more about the story of Me and Myself? What is it about?
It's a story about an arrogant village tycoon who thinks his wealth can make him independent of society. But when he loses his grandchild, society proves him wrong after the villagers, his neighbors, decided to boycott his funeral.
Okay. So was it inspired by any story you've heard of, or any event, or any book?
In fact, it was inspired by a live event that happened to my uncle. The main character is drawn from the character of my uncle. This same thing happened to him, and when I was told about it, I felt it was something the world needed to know. It would teach many people about their conduct in society.
Okay. So, do you feel the cast has succeeded in telling your story?
I think it surpassed my expectations. I just got the best for the story I had. They told it more than I expected, in fact.
No.
And I'm so grateful for that.
Okay. So, how did you choose your cast? Was there any criteria you were following?
Yeah, at some point, especially the main actors, I knew I needed two old people to practically represent the characters in the story, and I knew I needed people who would actually have the action of the villagers. In calling people, I could not know that, but when I was auditioning, I saw the people I needed, and that's what I found.
Okay. In shooting Me and Myself, what have you learned?
A lot. One, that the actors are always ready to give you what you want if you show them your vision. And okay, you need to persist. At some point we got a few disappointments here and there, but with persistence we went ahead and did what we wanted. It's a tasking job, but you need to know that you want it and you go ahead and get it.
Okay. So, I see you have a very good product of Me and Myself. So, how did you choose your crew?
The crew, I think most of them are my former classmates, and in choosing them, I already knew what they could do because we had done a project together as students when we were still at Makerere University. So I knew what they were worth, and in choosing them, I knew they would do what I wanted, and they did what I expected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, how many films have you worked on before?
At the moment, there are just two. This one will be the third. The first one was our class project when we were still students. And the second one was a short film titled Got To by Tony Angelo and Kennedy Kihire, who is my former classmate and a colleague at this time. Maybe the last one would be this one. Yeah.
So, is this going to be, since you say the last one, is it the last film you're going to make?
In fact, it's the first film I've made.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going on and on.
I think this is the starting point.
It's not a flash in the pan.
No, I've just started and I'm just going on.
So, where do you intend to show your film?
Mostly festivals I intend to send it to festivals. I intend to send it to DSTV. And I have the feeling that I should show it mostly to my friends. That I know I need the financial part of it wherever it goes, but mostly I want it to go to my people, my friends. Could inspire, it could teach something.
Yeah.
I don't see it just in terms of the financial aspect, no, as well as the immaterial. Yeah.
So who was behind this project? Who was funding the film?
The film was funded by Maisha, an organization that helps upcoming film makers, screenwriters. Yeah, and I applied for their lab, which was in 2011, and in fact this same script won the award of $2,000, and so that's the funding I used.
Okay. So it won for the best story.
It won for the best story.
Oh,
but
congratulations.
I think not that I was a terrific writer, but the story I think was gripping, because whenever we were in the lab, the argument was always directed to my main character. Yeah, whenever they were giving an example of what a character should be, they would give an example of my main character. Yeah.
So what message do you have for upcoming filmmakers?
Probably what I told you, what I learned from this production, persistence. Just know you want it and you go for it. I'm not saying it's easy, because whoever saw me at the end of the production, I was at the point of crying. But because I knew what I wanted, and I knew I had to make it, I persisted, I persevered. There are very many hurdles you have to go through, but when you feel you have the love for film, you will always make it. Yeah.
So it was a very good evening with you, and we just wait for more productions from you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Atukunda Rogers.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Cut your thing, man.